Hey everyone, my name is Noah Renze, and this is my Leadership Challenge video case project. Today I'll be interviewing Shane Bruce, senior linebacker and team captain for Coastal Carolina football team. I chose Shane because he leads by example, both on the field and off the field, and has faced real leadership challenges in high pressure situations. We'll be talking about his experience as a leader and how he's handled challenges and what lessons he's learned from that so far. Shane, can you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and your role on the team? How long you been a part of the Coastal Carolina football program?
Yeah, this is my sixth season with the Coastal Carolina football program. I got here in 2020. Um, Graduated back in 23 and got my MBA last December. Um, my role on the football team, I got voted a team captain this year. I'm thankful about that, but um, really it's just to help put us in the best position to win football games and create a strong bond with the team.
What are some of your day-to-day responsibilities as a captain, both on the field and off the field?
I'd say on the field is just making sure that energy's high at practice. Making sure guys are locked in on what we're doing for the day. Um, and just keeping everybody engaged and motivated. And I think off the field, it's making sure guys are on time to things like lunch check-in or breakfast check-in. Um, just taking care of responsibilities off the field.
Okay. How would you describe your leadership style when it comes to motivating and communicating with your teammates?
I would say um, positive but direct. Like, you know, if you gotta be somewhere at 7, I'm gonna tell you to be there at 7, but um like I'm gonna let you know that it's at 7. Um and then up to at that point it's up to you to be able to do something yourself. And if that doesn't happen, then um I like to take an approach of, I guess, maybe forgiveness after the first one, after the
Yeah.
first time somebody messes up. Keep it positive. I know everybody has their own things going on in their life, so um, I like to be considerate about that. But then also, if it gets to a point where um, something needs to be said or addressed in a I guess more serious way, then I could definitely do that too.
What do you think separates a good leader from a great leader in a team setting?
Yeah. I think a great leader is able to stay positive even when things aren't going good. Um, and I think a great leader also asks for help. I don't think you can lead alone. I think you need everybody. In some form or fashion, somebody's always leading somebody else. And
Yeah.
so you got to make sure that guys that are leading other guys are leading in the right way. And if you need help leading, to ask for advice, I think that's really important. You never stop learning,
Yeah.
or
Can you share a time when the team faced a major challenge, maybe after a tough loss, a big game, or even an internal conflict?
um, yeah, over the summer we would have certain we'd have to uh, we basically have punishment if guys were late, you know. um, but it got to the point where guys were getting really frustrated with each other. Um, it'd been a few times in a row, I think, in the spring. And well, sorry, what was the question? My fault.
Can you share a time when the team faced a major challenge, maybe after a tough loss, a big game, or even an internal conflict?
Yeah. Um, and so there was frustration building. We didn't think we'd ever be able to, you know, get it right and get guys to be where they needed to on time. Um, but I think staying. I mean, yeah, can we go move on to the next one?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Was there any doubt or any pressure you had to push through to keep the team focused during that time?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was again just being able to move on from those bad situations. I mean, learn from them, but be able to move on and be able to implement things that we thought would be the best fix for it. So like one thing we did was the buddy system where
Okay.
everybody was paired up with somebody else and
Mhm.
basically their job was to text their buddy in the morning. If their buddy didn't text back by a certain time, give them a call, make sure they were awake. So that's one thing we did to help with that. And then um, what's another thing we did? That's the one thing that comes to mind right now. That was the biggest issue that we had during that time, and so I think doing that eliminated a lot of our problems and ended up giving us some consistency moving forward.
Huh? What did that experience teach you about leadership and about yourself?
Um, Again, I think it was uh, leaning on others when you all got to come up with a solution collectively. I think that everybody being able to throw out some ideas and talk about it a little bit uh, really helped us narrow down our options and what we needed to do. Um, and so I think that was the biggest thing that helped me or that I learned.
Mm. What advice would you give to younger players or future captains about staying calm and leading under pressure?
Yeah. Um, you got all, I mean, I think it's just always important to understand that you're never doing it, you're never going through it alone. And that no matter what the situation is, if you can stay stay calm and stay in the moment, I don't think you worry too much about, be where your feet are at. That's the way that I always think. I think if things aren't going good, like what if the next play could be great? What if, what no matter what happened in the past, the next one can always be the best one and moving forward. So I think that's just the kind of mindset that you got to have carrying it in. You have no clue what's going to happen, so why worry about it?
Yeah.
I mean, you could go in there with a negative mindset, worrying about all the negative what ifs, or you could go in with a positive mindset, set thinking, man, everything could go right. And I think that's kind of what helps me be calm. Um, and yeah, you can kind of develop that kind of mindset.
That's similar to concepts we learn in the course. Just when you're a leader, you have to lead, and you can't do everything right, but you gotta do it to your best, the best of your ability.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Coach Carter, the linebackers coach, always tells us. He goes, "When you're right, you're right, and when you're wrong, you're still right." So you're not always going to make the right decisions, but as long as you're making them in the best interest of the team, I think that it can be corrected or learned from moving forward. So I don't think that. I mean, yeah, like I said, you're not always going to make the right decisions, but um, a good can come out of it for sure.
In your opinion, is leadership something people are born with or something they can develop over time?
I think you could develop it over time.
Mm.
I think um, to to be able to develop over time, you got to be able to lead yourself first. Number one, like, can you be disciplined in your own life and enough for others to trust you to do the right thing? That's what it leads to. That's what trusting yourself leads to, is other people trusting you, and then from there you build relationships. And I think that um, you can begin leading people in small ways. You may not even know it. So I think you could definitely develop leadership. I mean, there might be some qualities that certain leaders have that others don't. Like some are more vocal, some are more by example.
Mhm.
So there's definitely qualities of leadership that not everybody's going to have, but I think anybody can develop a leadership quality.
I know you're talking about leadership qualities. What do you think is the most important leadership quality?
I don't know if there is just one. I think um, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, anybody can be a leader. It's just a moment when when you use your influence on someone else. And ideally that's positive, but um, I think as long as you continue to learn how to develop your leadership
Mhm.
and continue to try and be a better leader, um, I think any quality that you pick up along the way. I mean, you've mentioned a couple, like being able to stay calm under pressure, being able to lead when things aren't going good, but finding positive in that. I think that that's really important. So yeah, man, a lot of qualities.
Shane, I really appreciate you sharing your story and your insights. It's clear that leadership isn't just about being vocal, it's about setting the tone, staying composed, and bringing people together.
Yeah,
Thanks again for taking the time to talk with me and for being an example of a strong leader for Coastal Carolina.
appreciate it, Mel.